Outreach this evening, especially visitors from St. Catherine's, Kennesaw, and any newcomers to the parish we welcome. We hope that you feel welcome. We want to come back often and worship with us. And we have a treat for you this evening. Lisa Fiamingo, who is the youth minister at St. Catherine's, is going to speak to you, as well as Tim Davis, who was a corps leader in the corps member of the youth group at St. Catherine's when Lisa was the minister there, the youth minister. And they're going to tell you something about the merits of having a dynamic, a very good youth ministry program in the parish. So Lisa, if you want to come up here, you can use this. Or Tim. Tim is an ex-Marine. He left the youth group to join the Marines. You can use this if you don't want to use that, or you can use that. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Tim Davis. I don't really think I'm worthy to be up here, but thank you, Father Jim, for inviting me. I was told basically to tell my story about the effects that youth group had on me and what happened in my life. Well, I lived by the church. I lived in the neighborhood that directly sat beside the church at St. Catherine's in Kennesaw. Lisa Fiamingo was my youth minister, and Father Kane, at the time, was the priest. About my junior year of high school, Father Jim Harrison became pastor of St. Catherine's. But I grew up in a family that didn't have it together, I guess you'd say. A little bit of alcoholism, well, not a little bit, a lot. But a lot of chaos in the family. So in order to avoid that chaos, I would walk down the street. And sometimes I'd end up in Lisa's office, hanging out, pretty much doing nothing. But as I began to hang out, I became involved in youth group, okay? I think my first retreat was a camping trip that we all went on. And I made friends, and they welcomed me into their youth group, okay? Well, I went through all 4 years of youth group at St. Catherine's with Lisa and Father Kane and Father Harrison. It was a very meaningful experience. I cannot begin to tell you all the ways that it had a positive effect on my life. In 1997, my father passed away, okay, in March, I believe it was. In January, I enlisted in the Marine Corps. I graduated in June. I went overseas to visit family in the Philippines. I went to Paris that summer, and I went into boot camp that August. Okay? I had a very interesting year that year. It was the busiest year of my teenage life, I guess you'd say. I went through almost 7 years of the Marine Corps, including my time in Afghanistan. I also became a police officer. I worked in the psychiatric field. And why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because I have seen a lot in my lifetime. I've been all over the world and seen men and women, grown men and women, in different aspects of their faith, in different aspects of their lives. I've seen different cultures. I've experienced being around grown men who did not have a faith and who had nothing to turn to. The friends I grew up in that neighborhood by St. Catherine's, they did not go to youth group. Some of them have overdosed on drugs. Some of them are still on drugs. And some of them are in prison. Now, there was no difference between me and them. We were born the same way. I was no better than them, yet I had a place to go to. I had a place that I could call a family. I had that youth ministry group. I had that life team group. Okay? They are the ones who welcomed me in. I've also seen men in the Marine Corps who did not have a faith and the effects it had on them. I believe in youth ministry so much that in 1998, I was reserved. So what that means is I was in the Marine Corps, but yet I was at home just like you guys, most of the time. So I volunteered at St. Catherine's, and I volunteered until 2005 when I moved to St. Vincent de Paul in Dallas, Georgia. I still continue to volunteer. I work 6 days a week in my business, and I volunteer on Sundays. I also volunteer with Lisa at St. Catherine's on Wednesdays. I don't do it because it's a whole lot of fun, although it is. I do it because I believe in it. I personally know and have witnessed the reason that kids need a place to go, that teenagers need a place to go. If you do not provide that place to go, they will end up somewhere. I can't tell you where that somewhere may be, but it's not a good place. We all need our faith. We all need direction in our lives. Oftentimes for many people, it starts within the parish community. It starts with your belief in them. Teenagers need that from you. They need a place to go. Thank you. Here's Lisa.